Yes, shine your eyes, use your head about Property Matter today, now Tuesday, the 11th day in the month of April, 2023. And we say welcome to another wonderful episode of Property Matter, where we take discuss everything we get to do with property. We dey even learn new ones, the one where we say person no know before you say if you get knowledge on top these shows. Say, okay, now so they do this one. Okay, now this one is the trend as far as a building they concern. Okay, now the latest technology wey then they use with this. Abi even in terms of terminologies, that is documents, papers, everything na who dey discuss here. No be only say to just talk about buying and selling of property alone. No, everything that encapsulates or everything that building or property encapsulates is what we discuss here. So therefore, so person wey sabi well ogbonge on top property matter na no other person but engineer Debo Adejana. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
Carol.
Carol, she will say happy Easter in Arias, never.
Happy Easter in Arias.
That
one is still going.
I mean, that
we
one
are
is
counting
going
down too, though.
She?
9 days, 10 days more.
More, Abby. Yeah, that's good. So we'll soon hit another meat.
Yeah, meat eating is in the next 2 months.
Oh, really? Okay,
This
but
one
this one is just a small one.
Salah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So we'll still have another celebration.
Very soon.
Yeah, great. How are you, viewers? Hope you are enjoying us and you've been learning from what we've been sharing, you know. So we started on green
We are going green building concept,
building concept.
which I would like you to, say, because of the lacuna we get last week. So let us, the vacuum we had.
Serious lacuna.
So let's take it
Let's like
TOP.
Okay.
There's in production we call it TOP from
Top
the top.
to
Let's take from the top.
From the
so
top, okay.
let's know what green building concept mean before we now go to every very way down there.
Okay, so layman, just to break it down, because there's no point using.
Because layman go to say green building, we later one point in green.
So that's why I say layman language. There's no point using industry or professional jargons that people will not understand. So green building, like we mentioned the last time we started the topic, is more about building in a way that is sustainable. What do I mean? So when you talk about green building, you also talk about sustainability, okay? And that means you are building with the environment, putting the environment into consideration, such that you are building in a way that the environment is preserved, okay? And that the cost of both building and maintaining that building is greatly reduced. Those are the major
cost
focus.
And
the costs. You are building with the environment in mind, yes, so that the environment is preserved, okay, you know, and then so that the cost of the construction and maintenance of the built structure is greatly reduced.
Okay.
So when you are trying to build with that, with those focus in mind, then you are definitely tending towards green building. So it's not a building that is painted in green. Yeah.
And no. I want to ask another very layman question. If we are talking about green building, can green building house or encapsulate a lift?
Why not?
You know why I ask?
Yeah.
Because in one of the definitions, you say we are looking at building that has to do with cost and construction maintenance greatly reduced.
Yeah.
So I feel say maybe when we are talking about green building, we are talking about fine. I know say in the definition where you give us now, green building has to do with something that maybe one way they do am, it no go cause environmental hazard.
Yeah.
Pollution no go dey.
The environmental impact should not be grievous.
Okay. Then if I hear you well again, now something wey be say the material wey we go use, e go dey cost effective. You know, go dey too exorbitant. So we are looking at, in my own word, I stand to be corrected. We are looking at boya ile onipako, abile alamo, something wey be say.
Well, so material is very, very important when it comes to green building. The material. So you are not far from being correct when you say you are looking at ile onipako, ile alamo, because you are thinking of material. Okay. But it's not just material in that sense. It's material even in a broader sense. You know, so there are other material types that can be used. But the consideration will be that these materials, whether the way they are sourcing them, does not cause environmental degradation. Do you understand?
Okay.
And the use of them does not cause any environmental hazard.
Okay.
Do you understand? So material is a very important consideration. Now, talking about lift, just to directly answer your question.
Or elevator.
Or elevator. Now, there is, if you're building a commercial mall,
Okay.
or you are building a commercial mall, meaning that people will be carrying things even from ground floor to the first floor, from even if it's just 2 floors, like that, you'll be carrying things. Or if you are building a skyscraper,
okay,
it doesn't make, it's not green when you don't put lifts.
Oh,
that is not
that
what makes it green.
Or not. Okay.
But the type of lifts, you know, how the lift was made, the energy the lift will consume. And how the energy is supplied.
Is this something that has to do with combustion?
Those are the things that will make it green. For example, if you power that lift with solar versus if you are powering it with a diesel generator,
yes,
you know, the solar is greener. You understand?
I get it.
So
because combustion know they happen.
Exactly. Then if you made that lift with some materials that are less hazardous, let's put it that way, or the source of getting them is not causing degradation in those areas where those materials are fetched from, or is not depleting the earth in one way or the other, ozone layer and all of that. You understand? It's greener. Do you get? So that is, and green, actually there is a measurement, a standard, internationally acceptable standard for measuring how green a property is.
Wow.
You know, they go through certain procedures and measuring processes to be able to say this is grade so of green, this is, and I think there are 2 major established certification in the world.
If you just join us now, green building concepts now would they look into an engineer, but don't demystify, don't give us the meaning. Say green building concept to no be say make house green, I be the meaning. No, they tell us a green building concept now something we be say get to do with building in a way that is sustainable, building with the environmental friendly materials, something we be say no go cause katakata for the environment, that is no go pose earth hazard to us in the society. So this takes me to the next question I want to ask him. Sir, if we look at abroad, and I want to ask vis-a-vis our own country, if we look at abroad where we go to say, for those of us wey don't go and for the films where we don't watch, we go to say it's inconsequential whether the house is built with brick or plywood. The outcome is always very lovely, they paint it and nobody cares. It's inconsequential in the sense that nobody fit talk say I'm living in a brick house, I'm living in a in fact, I think they hardly even do block houses there, which I think makes it easier for them to either quickly pull down, renovate and everything. Unlike our own houses here, gbogbo ile tiwa block. Pako, if you see anything Pako house, we ascribe it to poverty. Possibly we say maybe they're on top of water river area, they know see, we ascribe it to. Is it that we've not really gotten there to where we begin to think of building with plywood and the outcome will be top notch, or now our exposure is too much, abi we no even know? Because I'm looking at building with block and every other thing, whether we like it or not. If you ask me as a layman, I will say it's not green, because we know what happens to cement, lime, mixing of granite and all these things, blasting of rock and everything. So sir àti ìdébẹ̀ ni àbá ti gbọ́n kọjá abẹ́. Are we too wise?
We were on the right track, Tele.
At the genesis.
Yes, because these materials you are talking about, we were using them to build houses more before than now. Some of those colonial houses.
Yes.
You understand? Some of those olden day houses. When you say the first story building in Nigeria, go and check it. The decking of that building will be with wood. Some of the stairway will be with wood. You understand? But now we don't use that much anymore. But this is the issue. So it's, you know, that business, people who have business to sell their materials will go to any extent to sell them. It is the issue of being green and all of that is majorly the job of governments and not-for-profit organizations, humanitarian organizations, people that are considering human existence and earth sustainability. You understand? Earth sustainability. The businessman, if left to himself, just wants to sell whatever it is that he has made. And he will go to any extent, unchecked, if unchecked, to sell whatever he's selling.
In a case study of Bill Gates and Pfizer.
I would say that, so I would say that the business people who are selling the materials we are using now, they have successfully sold their product, or they are successfully selling their product. And unfortunately for us, we don't have any business person that looked at the aspect of those other materials consistently and succeeded in selling it proportionately to the ones that we now have adopted more fully than it even used to be.
Is it because there is no prospect in the green materials?
Not that there is no prospect. So it has then affected our level of technology for those materials. Hardly can you get very well treated wood in this country now.
You
understand? Wood that is well treated. Hardly can you get. But we have access to them. Then again, for us, we don't have a system of replacing our forests.
Afforestation.
If we continue to deforest, you understand? We don't have a system of replacing our trees, such that even if we go that route, in no time,
we'll return back to
we will be without forests. You understand? And maybe the desert would just encroach and engulf, because it's not in places where they are using these things. They have a mandate. They know the number. It's as a plan, as a nation. They know the number of trees they must plant in a year. In fact, in places where they build, I see estates, go abroad. In most places, they will build estates
Kent,
anywhere.
Oklahoma.
Okay, you know you are familiar with Kent.
Kent anymore, but that was small France. Small France. UK, no about small France. Yes.
Okay, no problem. Europe, you are go. So take for example, in the US, for example.
Wow, so anytime with that, Mr. Debo, you know, so we get people who won't come advertise where they don't read.
Okay, no problem.
But I'm really, really enjoying this, and I want to beseech you, sir, if we can actually pick it up from where we stopped.
Okay, we'll talk more on materials. Where with various materials.
And how they are being produced.
And how they can be used when it comes to green building and stuff like that.
I'm going to pen that
down.
Some
more elements and components of the green concept.
I will pen that one down so that we know that we are discussing, we are picking up from materials. Viewers at home, if you really enjoy and make them the same time with us next week, when Engineer Debo and myself go to pick up from the materials, that's these green materials and how they are being manufactured. Oh yeah, our people from Taiwo Pillar come. Oh yeah, this is your segment, Emabo. Yes, in don't come here. Oga on top Property Matta, what would they call Engineer Taiwo Pillars? Yes, Oga for Pillar come home. And waiting carry come today. Now the one will be say, don't they knock, bang, bang, bang. But our people talk say, no, ni come by Latin bok on. So, Oga, oh yeah, etu pere. Waiting you carry come today again, sir.
Now where do my people, Jare? You see, Yoruba they say about the da ojo. That
means the one we don't pick date.
We don't pick date. Anyhow, date go reach. Now be down way don't they happen now. Now for this Saturday, 11 o'clock, now we do our real estate mega summit. Where we go empower people. In fact, on that day, some people will carry their leg, waka on that place, and they go home with plot of land. So now that day, over 30 plot of land I won't give out on that day. Now gift, now free. If you say we won't partake in that program, see, I won't come that event to, as I tell you now, only 200 people now will make provision for. Only 200 people now they come for that event. But if you won't be among that 200, you know, say we need to do what they call crowd control. Yeah. So if you won't be among that 200, just in fact, let me just give you on a special seat. Just make you just text WAP TV. Make it text WAP so that I go get special seat for the WAP people where they come on that day. Wow. Just text WAP TV for this number why they call now 090 793 45
So that go know say na from what
so we'll get special seat for now. So 090-793-45111. So just text WAP TV. Now the first people we first send now we go attend to. So this is an opportunity. On last year, I think about 20 people got plot of land from our program, and this year again we are making provision available for about 30 people that will be smiling home with a plot of land.
Well, a very good one be that. But on top of this, you still always talk about something like maybe you go train people how to be realtors and everything. Well, at what cost? Because to train person now, some people say, go bring 300,000, go bring 200,000, 100,000, 250,000, like that. Because people will go come there now. What you want to teach them? Say not free.
Okay, the number one, that day training na free. We go do the training because the reason why we dey do the training, not be say because we just want carry land make we give us. No, we want to empower you, and if to empower people, you need to train people, to educate people, to open their minds to the opportunity where they around them. Some people don't know say even if they don't get money, they still fit make money. Some no know. Some no know say even with the business wey they do, they are their job where they do, the side business. I mean the business, the work where they work. They still fit to do side hustle where they bring them millions of naira every month. So far so good. We've helped nothing less than 100 people today, and they are making good money from real estate. Some 100,000, 200,000, even some down to 2 million naira every month. That's what they make out from this real estate opportunity. So now advantage for you say that day I need to come and learn something new. And the only way you can move from point A to point B, expand your mind. The only way you can experience financial freedom is through learning. They say leaders are learners. If you are a learner, if you focus your mind into learning new things, there is no way you will not lead, you will not become champion, you will not excel in life. So that opportunity now to educate you on the importance, the benefits, and how you too can start making good money for yourself on real estate together with other businesses where you do.
Well, as you take talk, I know some people done the year, and the 15th of April 2023, which means saying just in few days.
Yeah, so now this Saturday for CMD number 23 CMD Road Ecosi, CMD Road off Ecosi for motorway 7 Up bus stop. If you are coming from Bega, just by that 7 Up toll gate bus stop is to your right hand. If you're to your left hand side, just climb the bridge, cross the other side. If you are coming from Bega. And if you are coming from Iyanowuru, it is just to your right hand side. The building is beside the Zenith Bank. Nigeria will do that program.
Use Oshodi describe now. Oshodi.
Okay, if they come from Oshodi, if they come from Oshodi, you first get to just if you enter. Whether now Oshodi they come from, if you enter Bega Moto, just stop for 7 Up. Because if they coming from Oshodi, you want to enter Moto, they go Bega, 7 Up Bega. Just stop for 7 Up bus stop. So 7 Up bus stop, now you could just stop. Once you come down, you don't see the building. It's just to your right hand side there.
So if I reach Oshodi like this,
just enter motorway. They go.
Wanting one to 7 Up.
Bega 7 Up. Bega 7 Up. No enter K2. If you enter K2, you go still carry waka, still come that area.
Bega 7 Up.
So just say you enter motorway, they go Bega 7 Up Bega. So Nigeria, you go just enter that. Then you go stop for the 7 Up bus stop.
For the sake of those that want to ask personal questions as regards what we want to do, maybe they want to make a reserve seat for them, maybe someone even ask about some properties where they are available, maybe someone even book 1 or 2 sessions with you. Some people even want private classes on all this talk. Maybe we have your phone number so that after the show they go begin the grand you. Your number.
For those who want to reach us, you can reach us on that number again: 090 793
793
45 111.
1 meta 111. We'll take that again.
090 793 45 111.
111.
And there are some people who be say, say that in a raffle draw now we go do, and a luck. If you get luck, you go win. But there are some people who be say they no go follow on a do raffle draw at all. Those one we don't reserve plots of land for them. So this na the people who be say.
Who are those?
In fact, I only want you meji lo. Only want you meji lo, because they are the reason why Pillarcom Homes is called Pillarcom Homes. If you dey hear me now, if you are among those between now and this Saturday, you want to buy into our property. Say, I want to buy 3 plots. and you make commitment up to 2 million naira, na be say on that day they go give you your own one plot free.
Half plot, abi one.
O ma gba one kun eto ra. So
making 4 plots.
Making 4 for you. So you will collect one. For example, currently we have Ikorodu that's selling for 1.4 million naira. To buy meta, if you buy 3, we will give you extra 1. Join them. We also have the Mowe Ofada. Mowe Ofada is selling for 600,000 naira. Now that one now 4 you go buy. Once you just buy 4 and you make a payment of 2 million naira, on that day we are going to give you an extra 1. And for those who they buy Gbejuleki too, the same thing. Just pay small money. 2 million naira from Gbejuleki, and you say we'll collect another half plot for your own.
Okay, make it a date with them on the 15th of April and feel free to call his line. My name is Chief Olododo and Mr. Taiwo will talk say bye. Use your head.